A very warm evening. Welcome. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. My name is Fento Tahiru Fento. The show is live and interactive on social media. You can follow us. We're streaming live on X Spaces on the Joy Prime TV handle on X, or formerly Twitter. We're also streaming on YouTube on the Joy Prime TV handle on YouTube. So anytime you're away from your television at 9 p.m. on a Monday night, know exactly where you can catch the show. This show is partly brought to you by Game Energy Drink, which is produced by Piva Beverages, the best energy drink in town. In this hot sun, you need a burst of energy. Game Energy Drink is your solution. Get a bottle, drink it, and testify. Also brought to you by Guinness, producers of Guinness Foreign Extra and Guinness Smooth, the newest baby in town. The guys are seated here for all the analysis on the big stories this weekend. There's been massive stories. Manchester City shocked. Liverpool continued to slam. Chelsea and Arsenal, the biggest winners over the weekend in the Premier League, taking big advantage, of course, to go first and second. There's Champions League football on Tuesday and Wednesday. Two massive games. Arsenal against Bayern Munich on Wednesday. Before that, Chelsea against Barcelona. We will talk about that a little later on the show. Speaking about La Liga itself, Barcelona made a long-awaited return to the Spotify Camp Nou, and they did it in style. Real Madrid, on the other hand, had to dig deep to rescue a draw against Elche. What is going on with Real Madrid, or are we just blowing smoke? We'll get into that. There was Derby de la Madonnina. In Italy, AC Milan, yet again, asserting their dominance over Inter. Why is it that no matter how poor AC have been in recent years, every time they face Inter Milan, they somehow always manage to win? I don't understand. And then we'll bring you home and talk Ghana Premier League. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, House of Folk, draw experts. Basically, those two. Mediama, Aegiana Stars. Well, for Aegiana, they're riding pretty at the top of the table. We'll talk Ghana Premier League action as well here on the show. And the guys to help me put perspective on all the big topics here are seated. Daniel Cranting and Sichofe Flipper Trim. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How you doing?
Thanks. Great.
Did you have a good weekend? Yeah. You are not having a good Monday night because Man United, as we speak, are down to 10-man Everton by 1-0.
Interesting stuff.
Very interesting, isn't it? For a team that is desperate to go on a winning run, you get a man advantage in the 20 minutes. The match, it's almost over. Half of the match is gone.
By the time we are ended, let's move. The match is not over. Be talking.
You know what, guys? We have a lot to go through today. So let's start at home, as we always like to do. Kumasi Asante Kotoko went to Summer Boy, okay? They went to Summer Boy, where they played a goalless draw, and it took a massive save from Kamara to keep the score at that. This is how it all went down. Okay, so apparently there are no highlights, but you know, there was a big save that I would have liked to see from Kamara. But also more importantly, Kotoko have been charged by the FA. And this green paper by the FA, Danike, you've seen the charge. What did you make of it?
I was following the game on their so I saw the but why do I clap?
Okay, then we are having an issue with your microphone. Sicho, you can take over from there. I'm talking about the charge, the Kotoko first of all, the penalty incident that you know, that was saved. Kamara, apparently he's not gonna renew his contract
yeah.
at Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I mean, he's not necessarily been fan favorite since he joined the club, has he?
No, he's not. Also because we know that he's got a quality, but sometimes he fluffs his lines. You know, he's got a mistake in his game, Kamara. But of course, a big presence. On his days, he's unbeatable. And so, yeah, Kotoko fans are expecting him to be a lot more consistent. Now that he's not even going to extend his contract, the fans are not happy to hear that, even more so from him. But there are rumors that one of their favorite goalkeepers in more recent years could be returning to the club. So maybe fingers crossed, Razak Abaroa will be back to Kotoko and back in the Ghana Premier League. We'll see how that one goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the charge itself, I think so. It came from a Kotoko social media post.
Yes.
That the referee had awarded a penalty for a foul outside the box.
Yes.
And look, the football clubs are partners to the FA. The football club are also owners of the league, if you like. So normally, in your code of conduct, you as a club can put the league or the FA out there in a bad image. So I can understand why they have been charged for those comments that were made on their social media handle, because it turns the fans against the association, it turns the fans against the referees, and in the end, it's not even good for security reasons, because people can read insightful meanings into what the post suggests to do. So I get why the FA would
This is the tweet that got them in trouble. Danike commented on it. I saw on that. That's how I actually saw it. It says, referee Aduntera has awarded a penalty for a foul outside the box. What if they were just stating facts? What if it was indeed outside the box? They should say it was inside the box. No, I'm just asking a general question. What if it was clear that the penalty that was awarded was outside the box, and the guy watching has tweeted that he's awarded a penalty for a foul outside the box? What's going to happen? DK, still, your microphone isn't working, so Sichu.
No, I mean, I still, especially when you mention the referee's name, and all of that has to be put in context. We are playing a league that has issues with violence, hooliganism, referees being attacked, and all of that. Kotoko is a very powerful club. They've got some of the most loyal fans in the country. So when a club is officially communicating to their fans that a referee is, if you like, awarding a penalty against them that shouldn't be awarded, you're setting the referee up against the fans, and it's not the right way to put it. You can actually go on and post something in a manner that captures it. The various way to put it, referee awards an unfortunate penalty against Kotoko. Maybe a second look at it looks like the
Actually, I think the right thing to do is just tweet what has happened without all the other judges.
Yes.
Because the tweet judges the penalty
decision. Yes.
Right?
So.
But if you look at all around the world, if you look at the way they tweet, it will just say referee has awarded a penalty.
Oh, penalty for.
Yes.
Yeah, penalty.
Exactly.
Penalty for. Penalty against us.
I agree.
Penalty, all of that. And to be honest, look, if you want to follow the rule to the letter, when a foul starts from outside the box and it carries on into the box, the referee is not going to award the foul based on where the foul started.
This is the incident, right?
Yes. So it's a penalty.
It wasn't even clear that it was outside the box.
It was. No, my point is, granted the foul initial contact was outside the box, if the foul continued into the box, it is a foul and it's a pen. And we've seen it all over the world. We've seen it happening. And after the incident happened, and this incident, the second one you see the defender all over the striker or the attacker. That in itself as well.
They also tweeted that they should have had a penalty, didn't they? Samatex.
Yes.
I believe for the second incident.
For the second
I thought that was also not a great tweet.
Yeah. So
I saw that from Samatex. They also tweeted that they should have had a penalty.
There it is. Yeah.
So
anyway. I think what the FA is trying to do with this opportunity is to clamp down on these situations where in the future clubs in the Ghana Premier League are not going to be coming out on social media to tweet on such incidents.
Okay.
In this manner, I feel like.
Danike, quick thoughts. I see if your mic works now.
You're on.
Are we good? Okay. Danike.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, look, you are Santo Kotoko. You shouldn't be tweeting like this. If you like it, type it out, copy it, send it to a fan and let them tweet it. It shouldn't come from your account.
Yeah.
We don't do things like that. It was very wrong. And it was very funny for me. So I have them on notifications. As I said, I was monitoring the game from their account. And I see it, and I'm like, what is this?
What's this?
Seriously, like, what are you trying to say? And again, when you go back, you look at the highlights, you look at some of the decisions. To be frank, some of the referee decisions were very funny and questionable. It was one of those games where I feel for the referee because it's very difficult to ref games in some of those areas. And especially fixtures like this is very difficult. So sometimes you allow a rough tackle to play on. Sometimes you allow what you know is a foul, but you call the advantage. You are trying to let the game flow, but you're also trying to stick to the letter of the law. And it can be tough. But again, I'm happy they've charged them. They say Kotoko has until Wednesday. But it's very, I think it's very prevalent. We've seen this thing a number of times in the Ghana Premier League where club handles just tweet like they are fans. And you can clearly tell it's the admin who is angry and he's tweeting. Maybe he forgot to switch the accounts.
And we make emotional.
Yeah, these things should not be encouraged. I think sanctions have to be meted out to the club, and they need to do better. It's Asante Kotoko, for goodness sake.
Yeah. Let's talk about House of Folk, though. Since the money took over the club, I mean, the truth is that House of Folk have looked like a club that is in decent form. Unfortunately, while they are not losing, they are also not winning. They've drawn 6 out of 11 matches this season alone. And they're not scoring as much either. So what's going on there, Sicho? They got another draw this weekend. What's happening?
When I watch Hearts of Folk, I think it's a decently coached side of a very good team that is being coached. The problem that Hearts of Folk have got is they don't have individual quality players who, when they go and get stuff, can take the ball and create things and make things happen. So the system is functional. Everybody understands what they have to do as a collective. But sometimes you need some special talents in this collective to be able to do the extra things. And when you watch Hearts of Folk, that is what they lack. And that is why they've drawn a lot of games, because they don't have that X factor to push them to change that draw to a victory. And they don't have that X factor in the team to just get that one important goal that separates them from a draw from a victory.
8 goals in 11 league games.
Yeah, they just don't have it.
It's terrible.
In attack,
in 6 matches, they haven't scored.
Yeah, in attack they don't have enough in attack. The system is good. When you watch Hearts of Folk play, you realize that
it looks exciting.
Not necessarily.
I think it's functional.
They are a well-drilled team. You have a feel like they understand where to be when they are off the ball. They understand where to move to where they are on the ball. But when they need that final ball, that final touch, that last decision making in attack, they just are bland. They don't have enough quality in attack, and that is why the team is struggling.
So look at that.
But yeah,
not scored in the last 3 games. After losing to Kotoko, 0-0 against All Blacks, 0-0 against our Young Apostles over the weekend as well. DK, but the truth is, they're not so far off from the top, fortunately for them. Only 5 points.
That's normal Ghana.
That's very Ghana Premier League.
Yeah. But they need to start scoring. For me, it's not just about the lack of goals. To be frank, they're not creating chances like that. They don't look like a team that will easily concede, but they also don't look like a team that can score.
Yeah.
So their games are very drab. Yes, it's functional. You can enjoy some of the build-up action, but when it gets to the final third, as Sicho said, I don't think they have that player who can find that killer pass without it being instruction. So when they play, you can clearly tell that this is muscle memory from training. Pass here, move here, do this, do this. But when it gets to the final third, that moment where somebody needs to be creative, think outside the box, give this pass, they just don't have the player like that who can do that for them, which is problematic at this level.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about one particular game. Oho United versus 11 Wonders. Before the match, there was a lot of talk about 11 Wonders players not showing up. They sacked he resigned, if you like, Odate Lamptey after not winning any of the first 7 games in charge of them, and then claimed that he had laid the foundation for them to be successful. The new manager comes in, Shapiro. Everybody predicts that he's not going to last there, and everybody was right. He lasted 20 days in charge. Didn't take charge of them when they went to Oho United. They are threatened to boycott the game over unpaid salaries, stretching back several months. And it makes me wonder, what is the Ghana Premier League's regulation on compliance and all these issues? Because the owners of 11 Wonders are the owners, or were the owners of Legon Cities. And we know the issues that Legon Cities had last season, even the season prior. They came in with a lot of pomp and pageantry, spent a lot of money, and in the last few years, they haven't invested in the squad. Players started to demonstrate over unpaid salaries. One of their goalkeepers even died after being ill for so long and with allegations that the club had abandoned him. They had such negative PR last season and managed to get the club relegated. But somehow, the FA deemed them capable enough financially to go and acquire another club. And only 11 games into the season, the problems that we saw with their previous club are resurfacing. What's going on there?
Look, it's problematic, and you've laid down the framework perfectly, the history of this matter. It calls into question. You go back to the RTU thing that happened, I think, a couple of seasons ago, and the fact that it gets to the point where it has to come out in the media before we know, and it speaks bad on the FA, because with the RTU thing, we knew that for weeks they had gone unpaid. Yes. In fact, for months they had been unpaid. They hadn't even been training. Yeah.
And had said clearly that they were not going.
They were not going.
The players did lots of interviews, right? The captain, exactly. Lots of
way before that particular match, but we knew it had been brewing for months. It's only when it came out, then it seems like the FA was trying to salvage the situation. And this 11 wonders, you've mentioned the Lagos City's thing last season. Almost half the season they went without getting their pay. Then 11 wonders again this season. To be frank, it questions it. Like, what do you have to show? Yeah, what do you have to show in order to? I remember
I did a whole editorial on this.
In terms of one person owning a team, what happened to, or what could happen to Oho United.
We predicted this.
All these things. So it's very, even a Swatcherman thing. Like somebody gets us own again, then it's the clubs.
One man owned two teams that were playing in the same division. That incident, that scenario played out again in the Upper West region in Division 1. One of them ended up getting promoted to Division 1. And the same owners. And the wife owns one, and he owns one. Like, how do you look at this and approve it? And then they play in the same league, my brother. And then the one that qualified got 6 points from the other team. The husband's team got 6 points from the wife's team. You want me to believe this is fair?
A very supportive wife.
You know what I mean? Welcome. So, like that very scenario, and it's still playing out.
Yeah.
But I think we really need a new regime on ownership, on football club ownership, because Daniel has asked a critical question. What must you show to the FA before they approve a sale?
No, there are a couple of things that you need to take. You've got to show your source of funding, the credibility of it, and how sustainable whatever
sustainability plan. Yes.
Whatever the source of the funding is. And of course, there also has to be a massive pool of money that is going to be paid into a reserve that can be used to run a club into administration should you not be able to fulfill some of your obligations.
Some guarantees.
Some guarantees. So a couple of months ago, Sheffield Wednesday, in the second tier of English football, went into administration. In fact, it also came with consequences, point deduction and everything. But the government took over the club, and they're not funding a club with the guaranteed money that was left in the pool. What the government now is going to do is they're going to find a buyer. Yeah. They're going to vet that buyer, and they are going to sell the club to that buyer. Very similar to what happened to Chelsea when Abramovich was frozen out of the club and the club was going to be sold. Then now the Clearly Group had to come in and assure the British government that they could fund the club and keep it running because it's a social tool, the football club. People's lives depend on it. People's mental health depend on it. People's businesses depend on that. So you can't afford to say, I'm a strategy man, I'm the sole bankroller of the club. I'm not interested in running the club anymore, so the club dies. No, it doesn't work that way. You might have been the one who created the club, but the moment you want to walk out of the club, it's no more your decision. You can walk out, but it has to be sold. Yeah. So that is where the government, if there are policies around our football, our sports, come in, take over the club, run it into administration, run it themselves. Government sets up a committee to run the club for the time where they are looking for buyers to come in and buy the club, because at the time, the papers, the books, everything of the club would have been credible enough, properly gone through, taxes and everything would have been set. And so interested investors can look at that and think it's an interesting project to get into. Unfortunately, in Ghana, we just get onto the pitch and play 90 minutes of football. And that is the most important thing. Every other thing is secondary or non-existent.
Because this idea of, look, we understand and like the individuals coming in and investing in the league is fantastic. But what regime do we have in place to prevent these situations of somebody just waking up one day and saying, like, as Ticho said, like, there has to be some mechanism to keep the club going.
Yeah.
If an individual, like in Sotraman last season, the owner just said, I won't do it again, and they pulled out of the league.
And he actually completely put the league into jeopardy. The league lost its credibility because when people have played against them and 1 point, others didn't have the opportunity of playing against them, and
listen, the guys at the FA, obviously we know that I'm sure this thing has come up multiple times, but I think we need to fast track those processes and make sure that we put a very solid regime in place in terms of ownership and the regulations around ownership of football clubs. That before anybody can buy a football club, the person has to offer a certain guarantee. And this is where I think PFAG must come in with all those standard contracts. There has to be a way of honoring the contract, not just handing out the contract, but there has to be a certain mandatory honor of those contracts in case the owner decides that from this day onwards, I won't do again. There has to be some mechanism, something in place that can pay the players for a certain period, run the club for a certain period, put them under administration. In banking, what do they call it? Receiver. Appoint a receiver to go and run the club for a period, right? Then they can find a new buyer. I think it prevents some of these things because we are very lucky that the RTU issue didn't repeat itself over the weekend. And I'm sure a lot of big people stepped in to ensure that the 11 Wonders players came all the way to Hohoi to honor that.
But then again, that again undermines the league because then I'm expected to play against fellow professionals who are in perfect condition.
Yeah. The coach says they can go 3 days without eating.
Yeah. So if the team hasn't trained for days and you go and convince them to come and play against another team, it does no favors to the rest of the 16 clubs in the league because they're not playing against players in the right conditions to play. So it puts the integrity of the league in disarray. It's absolutely not acceptable that players are not training, they are coming to play football games because some top people have gone to speak to them that show up. They can show up, but if it's about showing up, then we can form our team and just show up and get walloped by 6 goals.
They got a draw though, right?
Yeah. Shockingly.
But you know what? It doesn't even help that the opposition knows that you haven't been playing. Because Charlie, you can be playing and you can be tackling a player and they whisper into you, "Why come do and then what?" You know, it can get to you, you know.
You've not eaten. It's not that you just not been paid. You've also not eaten.
Because, it's trash talk. They can tell you that you're coming the
whole... You know, some of them, they are owing the players from the opposition team.
They've been borrowing.
So, hey,
let me hear your thoughts on this matter. 0551 575757. That's the WhatsApp number. We're going to take a short break now. This is Sports Zone, brought to you by Game Energy Drink and Guinness. When we come back, Karim will be here with Ghanaian players abroad. I will read a lot of your messages as well, so keep them coming. And then we will zoom straight into what happened over the weekend in Europe, and then we'll do some proper Champions League preview for Tuesday and Wednesday. Do stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. My name is Fentio Tahir Fentio. The show is proudly brought to you by Game Energy Drink and Guinness. Karim is here with Ghanaian players abroad. But before we bring Karim on, let me take a couple of your messages. This one says, referee Argentina Felix had everything right yesterday. Kotoko should leave him alone. Greetings to all Chelsea fans in China. Castro Steve from China with that message. This message is from Ima in Nima. And Ima says, people saying Slot used Klopp's team, but Klopp never played Gravenberch in the 6th position. And other players like Gakpo, Klopp mostly played him as a 9 or a 10. I think Slot should be giving until half the season, and hopefully we'll bounce back stronger. Hashtag will never walk alone. Ima, thank you for your message. This one says, Man City in the 2013-14 season, we lost 4 games in 12 matches, but took the Premier League title. Then this season, 12 matches, 4 losses. So this gap there, we see her. So it's not new to us. Okay, interesting. The City fans still very confident. This message says, Liverpool went to Forest to bring ham, but they came back with Nottingham. Bars, my guy. Prosper says, good evening, Fent. Nobody's talking about Aston Villa. They had only 3 points after 6 matches. They are now 4th with 21 points. That is a massive improvement. Indeed, it's Unai Emery, he knows exactly how to work magic. Your messages, you can send them 0551575757. Karim is here with Ghanaian players abroad. Karim, how are you doing?
Pentu.
You look very nice.
Charlie, the shoe there.
Yeah, his shoe is very nice.
The shoe there.
Yeah, his shoe is very nice.
I
Director, give me Karim's shoe.
A shock.
You see something?
Huh?
You see something?
What?
We can see your shoe.
I'm telling him a story. You don't want to listen to it.
What's the story?
You see, Danny K. I thought he was my friend. No.
And
He's not my friend.
and
What did he do to
On
you?
Friday,
Friday.
you know Friday was my birthday.
Yes.
Someone special wanted to wish me happy birthday.
And
Danny K refused. The person was following Danny K, call Karim, let me wish him happy birthday. Then yesterday, on Saturday, he came to see me somewhere. Then he said, oh, I forgot to. Someone said,
somebody special wanted to wish you on Friday, but I forgot.
I forgot. He didn't forget, crap. The person was following him and he refused.
It was intentional sabotage.
Yes. Your enemies are those smiling at you.
You are not serious. If I was your enemy, would I have told you that somebody wanted to call you?
You can tell me so that it will
You
pay.
can't deliver a belated message. We want the message when
Yes.
it
Then
is
I wouldn't
ready.
have said anything.
Only
I shouldn't
very
even
bad.
have said anything.
Very true.
All right.
You see something? After 3 weeks, where I'm going to be in from is Salis Abdul Samid.
Yes.
He has made 100 appearances in the Liga. And 60 of them came for RC loans.
Okay.
That was where he played his best football, helped them to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah.
And the manager now he's playing under at Nice. That is Frank Heis. He's the same man he played under at Lens.
Lost.
So it's kind of a reunion at Nice for him. And hopefully he plays his best football again and go to the World Cup and deliver. After 100 games in Liga, he has scored 2 goals as a midfielder. One for Clermont Foot, that is where he started his professional career. Then one for Lens. Then another one, Joseph Annan. He's in contention for the Irish Goalkeeper of the Year. That is the Irish Soccer Writers Goalkeeper of the Year award. After 36 games in the Irish League, he has kept 18 clean sheets. This 18 is 4 more than the person that is second, so it means that in the league, he has kept the most clean sheets and has conceded the least goals per game as well. That is conceding 32 goals in 36 games. And if you're also looking at his save percentage, he's ranking second with 75%, just one behind the one in second. And if you're looking at goals prevented, he has prevented the most goals in the Irish League. That is 8.4. That is like 4 more than the person in second as well. So it means that absolutely it's an award he's on course to win there. That is the Goalkeeper of the Year in the Irish League. Then let me go to the Team of the Week. Lawrence Atizigi. He didn't play for the Black Stars in the 2 friendlies against Japan and South Korea. But when he went back, the other people, most of them, when they went back to their class, looks like the journey was too long. They didn't play the games. Or some of them, they were late cameos for them. Atizigi started for St. Gallen.
Or because he didn't play, he was well rested.
Yes, that is possible. So he played for St. Gallen and they won 1-0. And in that game, he made 7 saves in that game, preventing 2 goals. And they won 1-0. So against Luzon. And if he had not prevented those 2 goals, it means that they could have lost that game by 2-1. And that was his 3rd clean sheet in 10 games. Then Patrick Pfeiffer, he plays for Darmstadt. And in their game, that is Darmstadt, they won 4-2 against Greuther Fürth, that is in the German second tier. He completed the most passes in that game, that is 65. Then Jiku, he also didn't come for the friendlies. And in the Moscow derby, that is between Spartak Moscow and CSK Moscow, that game, he was there, fantastic for them, and they won the game 1-0. Then Gideon Mensah also was fantastic for, that is Auxerre, and they drew goalless against Lyon. Then Thomas Partey, I think this season, that is his best game he has played for Villarreal in a 2-1 win over Mallorca. Then Caleb Irenchi, he played for North Zealand, and they won 5-0 over the weekend, and he provided 2 assists in that game. Another player that played in that game, that is Prince Amwaku Jr., also provided an assist, and he didn't make it into the Team of the Week.
All right, to Dream Boy.
Yeah, he's doing wonders there at just 9.
He's a winger, right?
Yeah, he can play. I think mostly they play in 2 forward system, and He can play as a number 9, mostly plays as a winger actually. Then Lawrence Ajekum plays for Cercle Brugge. They lost to Union Saint-Gilloise, that is the champions, but he was fantastic for them in midfield, and he's in the right side of my midfield. Then Tyrone Owusu, he won the most tackles for Luzon, and they drew 2-2 against Sevilla, that is in the Swiss league. And Edmond Beidou, now he's on form. In the last 7 games he has played, he has either scored or provided 5 goals and 5 assists. That is 5 goals contributions in the last 7 games for him. And then Ragnar Archie, another player I've been talking about for the past 3 seasons. Now he has made the step up to the Bundesliga, and over the weekend, they lost 4-3 to Frankfurt, that is FC Cologne, but he provided an assist, that is his 3rd in the Bundesliga, and in the last 4 games, he has scored 2 goals and provided 1 assist. One of those goals coming against Bayern Munich in the German Cup. Then Benjamin Tete, another player over the past 2 seasons, I've been consistent
Benjamin Tete
talking about him. And this season in Slovenia, after 15 league games, he has...
So Vanimili's favorite player.
Yes.
He's left Israel for Slovenia.
Actually, he was in France, then came there on loan. Then at the end of this summer, he made it permanent. He was with Metz from Fulham, Hull City, Metz, then from Metz.
So he left France.
NK Maribor. And over the weekend, they drew 1-1, and he scored his 11th league goal in 15 matches. So he just... everything about him is good. I don't know why.
Kind of player, proper centre forward. That's right.
He can also box.
So, long and short of it, that is it.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you. I have a couple of questions, a couple of players. Where is Edmond Ado?
Edmond Ado, actually, this weekend, he did quite well. Let me check. They played against that. He plays...
Where does he play now?
OFK Beograd, that is in the Serbian League.
That's Serbia, right?
Yeah, and he did quite well for them. And I think they drew or they won 1-0. Edmond Ado.
And he played?
Yes, he played.
So he's playing?
Yes, he was injured, I think, for the past few weeks, but now he's back. And in the last 2 games, I think he played for them just before the international break.
So Edmond, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
And what's happening to your other favorite players?
Okay, so who?
Sadiq Ibrahim. You were going to say something about...
Edmond Ado. So he played for them, and they drew, that is OFQ Beograd, and they drew 2-2 against Spartak Subotica. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask about Sadiq Ibrahim.
Yeah,
he earned 1 call-up.
Yeah.
Was it during the World Cup qualifiers or AFCON qualifiers?
AFCON qualifiers, the November-October one.
Where a lot of the players didn't show up.
AFCON.
Yeah, it was AFCON.
The Niger,
yeah.
So Edmond Ado, in this game, actually, he completed the most passes in the game.
Player.
Wow.
Yeah. And actually, when I was looking at his heat map, most of the passes actually came in the opposition half. And Edmond Ado, as we know him, mostly he's like a destroyer, not someone who can progress the ball.
Progressive.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, Karim, thank you very much for a good job done, as usual. So that's Karim Adamu Benning with Ghanaian players abroad. We're going to take you to Europe now because there's quite a lot to talk about in terms of Premier League football. We're going to begin with the lunchtime kickoff on Saturday, where Chelsea beat Burnley by 2-0. Then we'll show you Liverpool's defeat to Nottingham Forest at home. So enjoy those 2 matches in the Forest. And look, talking about Liverpool now feels like a broken record because the last 6 matches, the last 7 matches, Liverpool have lost 6 of them. That is unbelievable for a top team. This record, it's not acceptable. They're out of the top half. They're in the bottom half of the league, 11th position, way off the top. And you wonder how much longer this can go on before Liverpool decide to take action. Or if you think Liverpool will take any action at all. Danike. Yes, that we already know. But what happens now?
To be frank, I was looking at the numbers. They've conceded 20 goals this season.
That's crazy.
Half of those goals have been either set pieces or crosses. Who is the leader at the back?
Virgil van Dijk.
Onyade.
It's just,
Onyade.
He's going through a tough time.
Onyade.
A poor patch of form.
Look, you can't be in the conversation the greatest of all time in the Premier League?
That was forced. So
Whether it's forced or not, there are some people who play the game before who also say he's part of the greatest of all time.
following the flow.
And you can't have such bad defensive organization on set pieces. Set pieces, the ball is stationary. Stand here, hey, you take here, this one. You can't do it.
But it's tactics. Maybe they're doing zonal marking.
Poga, go and look at some of the set pieces they are conceding. And look at where he is and where he's standing. He's like part of it. Poga, you are captain, oh. VVD. He needs to show something. It's too bad. Like, you know that when you are playing against Liverpool, take the ball to the wide area, cross. Guaranteed chance. Set piece, guaranteed chance. Meanwhile, on an average, no, they have the tallest centre-back partnership in the Premier League.
Yeah. But it's not like Konate is helping either. So this is not just a Van Dijk.
No, you see?
Dijk problem.
Me, I don't do that, you know. If you are playing a match, prime Barcelona, when you were looking for a goal, will you go and ask Pedro to score it for you? It's not Messi you look to.
But Pedro was scoring some.
No, he will score some. I'm saying that back against the world moment, are you looking at Pedro to score? You're looking at Messi. I look at the best. Konate is not doing well. We should single him out whilst Van Dijk is standing there. Why he can't command? 10. Half the
That
goals
says
you've
you guys have
conceded.
been too harsh on them.
6 losses. If that's not harsh, then I don't know. 6 losses. You've lost half the games you have. So when you are playing, no, once you are not winning, you are losing. You can't even share. They can't even share. They say, share the spoils. 1-1.
No draws.
No draw. You can't share. If they are playing, they are either winning or losing. Half the games you've played, you've lost. What is that?
How did they beat Leverkusen?
Is it Frankfurt?
How did they beat
But Frankfurt, go and check their results. Frankfurt collected 5 from this team. Atletico, we scored them 5. We scored them 5, then Liverpool gave them 5.
What is Liga for now?
And I'm telling you that even the Madrid they went to score. No. Madrid no, the Madrid they beat me. Madrid no,
Because they're the only people Liverpool can beat.
A shock. Madrid played this Liverpool team and they couldn't score a goal. Liverpool have kept 3 clean sheets the whole season. No. 3 the whole season. And they've used 2 keepers.
In all competitions.
All competitions. Alisson and Mamadashvili, 3 clean sheets the whole season.
But Van Dijk and Konate have played on no problem. So, I mean, you've always analyzed the Liverpool problem, so I don't really know what else you have to
And
say.
the issue too is that, another issue too is that, you see, building a squad is part of management too. Building a squad, when they give you are in charge, let's bring this player, this one will help. It's all part of management. Last season, when I sat here and I said that Slotto has won, it's a fact. He has won the league. But he won it with the team that was built by Jurgen Klopp. It's a fact because Slotto didn't buy anybody.
Sicho doesn't agree. Sicho says, Klopp now, you say he built the team.
We are not talking
How come he won only one?
We are not talking about tactics.
And that Slotto was champion.
We are not talking
Sicho
about
has a lot of people to respond
We are not talking about tactics.
on this show today.
We are talking about the team he came to inherit.
Okay.
It was put together by Slotto, by Klopp. When the season ended, they gave you cash. Go and buy your place.
Sijo, you have said here on this show that you love Slot. And people are coming at you for saying that Slot was, or for suggesting that Slot was better than Klopp because he's achieved exactly what Klopp did in 8 years. He used 1 season to do it, which is win 1 league title. But now things are falling apart.
I didn't say Slot was better than Klopp. I said that I was going to give all the credit to Slot for what he had done because on the back of what Klopp meant to Liverpool, it wasn't easy for any manager to walk through the door and achieve the success that he just achieved. Because even Klopp complained about the squad he had built in the season before Slot won it with the Premier League.
Yeah.
And Slot didn't have to change anything. And Slot didn't have to play like Klopp. He changed a couple of things. He dropped the tempo a little bit, gave them a bit of control, and they went on to win it. And I did say throughout the course of last season, I pointed out exactly what Slot was doing. And this season, before Liverpool kicked the ball, I told Liverpool fans not to celebrate the signings they were making because I didn't think that based on how they had played last season, the players they had lost and the players who were coming in, we're going to make them as competitive as we thought they were going to do simply by looking at the names that had come through the club. So if anybody has seen the show and saw what I said about Slot last season, and anybody saw the show and saw what I said about Liverpool at the start of this season, the person wouldn't be surprised about what is happening at Liverpool. And I just think Liverpool is a club that plays like they are mourning, and maybe they are, because they have no energy, they have no fight. They are just too slow, too lethargic.
I've seen that comment make rounds. Is there merit to it?
No.
That
so
grief is playing a part here.
What I'm saying
Certainly, all the big money signings that they show there, no, they don't have grief. There's no personal attachment to this.
The players that came to Liverpool were not players who were necessarily going to carry the team. They were players who were going to be a part of what was
You don't spend this money for players who wouldn't carry the team.
No, that's the
that's
market.
bad business.
No, it's not bad business. That's the market. That is absolutely the market. It's not. It's the market is pricing. Isak is a great striker, but he's not better than Liverpool's a top club. Isak is a great, but he's not better than Salah. So in attack, the person to lead the attack is not Isak, it's Salah. Right? If you bring in Kekes and you bring in Frimpong, they are good.
Do you think that
Van Dijk will still lead the back?
Do you think it was fantastic business?
What?
For Liverpool in transfer market? The players they signed for the amount they signed. Is that what they needed? Did they fix the problem?
I said it here, that good players have been signed, but I don't think it was great business considering the players that are left.
How does that reflect on the manager?
Not good. I think Arne Slot has to change a lot of things in the way he plays because of the players that he's got. One of the things is that when your front line...
Is he capable?
Well, he has to show us all. He has to show all of us.
I mean,
he has to.
What's your phrase? Oh,
no, he has to.
No,
he has to show. No. You can't come
because he's not changed.
Look,
he's forcing something that is not working.
Yeah,
work.
he has to.
I want to see some tweaks. I'm not seeing.
Yeah, but you can't come to the Premier League in your first season and win it the way you want it, and all of a sudden become a bad manager. He is a good manager, I think, and I think he just has to change a couple of things to the team. He's not all of a sudden gone bad. It's not possible. You can't all of a sudden just... It doesn't work out.
Is he being found out by the other manager?
Oh, it works that way.
Is he being found out?
There's nothing to find out. The thing is not working. What do you have to find out?
No, the other teams are finding him out.
They are not finding him out. Finding what's out. The thing is not
working. At the start of the season, I told you that. Grab him back. I know grab him back. He's my player. But he's not a DM. Last season, McAllister grab him back. That DM, you sit small, you two sit small thing. Premier League teams will find you out. They will get it. They will figure it out.
That also works.
And right now, it's not working. There's no protection at the back for the back.
Grabbing back is struggling.
No. That midfield also worked largely because the Liverpool front line was almost a protection for the midfield. The midfield didn't have...
Defending starts from the top.
Look, say whatever you like about Darwin Núñez, but he was nuisance.
But Darwin Núñez wasn't starting every game.
No, hang on. Say whatever you like about Luis Diaz. So it was either Núñez, Diaz, Salah, or Diaz down the middle, and then Gakpo, and then Salah. They always had a front line, at least two players who were very good off the ball in the way they played.
Oh, Eki doesn't press.
Which Eki? Eki doesn't press.
Oh, Eki they press.
I have an ultimate question.
He chases the ball, but it's not pressing. He doesn't block anything.
I have an ultimate question for you. If Arne Slot spent this amount of money, signed the players he signed, and you think that the solution has to be, he has to change the system to accommodate the players he signed. So far, he's not done that after 12 matches or 13 games. What do you think should happen here? How much more grace, leeway should they give him? How much more time should they give him before they start to think about making a change? Because so far, he hasn't proven to be capable of making those changes. That's why we haven't seen any change in the result. It's just been one bad result after another. And it's not just the result. The performances haven't been great. As Daniel said, too many nonchalant performances, key players not doing too well. And it seems like things are just falling apart. How does he rescue this? Or is he even capable of rescuing this?
Like I've said, he has to prove that. Nobody really knows if he's capable.
How much time must he have to prove it?
I still think Liverpool played top four. I think you have the whole season, Arne Slot. Because on the market, Liverpool not necessarily have the option that they can just go and plug, unless Jurgen Klopp says he's coming back to the club and is ready to manage again. And to be fair, Arne Slot has tried to change a couple of things. Everything that he's tried hasn't worked. He's tried to play Szoboszlai as a right back and get him into the midfield. He's tried to play Szoboszlai as number 10, push Florian Wirtz into the wide area. He's tried to at times play the lopsided back three with Robertson, Van Dijk, and Konate, push Frimpong or Cody Bradley high up the pitch. He's tried a couple of things. All of that hasn't worked. What I'm saying is, when the results start going bad, it has a toll on confidence. It's no more about ability. The players are quality, they have the ability, but their confidence has been rocked because some way, somehow, they were thinking we are Liverpool, we'll get out of it. But you're not getting out of it by being Liverpool. You have to get out of it by performing.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, their performances look too flat.
So you think that Slot should get the rest of the whole season to fix it? He should be given the full season.
It's not what I think. I think
I'm saying, what do you?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't always have the answers. I'm saying I don't even know if he can get them out of the slump. But I don't think he overnight becomes a bad manager. And I'm wondering if Arne Slot goes now, who does Liverpool bring in as well? So you've got to look around the world and look at the managers available. And that is why sometimes clubs don't sack some managers because, to be honest, who are you going to bring in to salvage the situation? And all of that also counts. So we'll see.
They were not the only ones shocked this week. Newcastle also shocked Manchester City. They bullied them basically to victory by beating them at the St. James's Park. And then Arsenal, of course, yet again against Tottenham Hotspur, proving too strong for their North London neighbours. And it was Eberechi Eze who scored a hat-trick, star of the show. Take a look. Eberechi Eze, star of the show. What a fantastic hat-trick for him in that North London derby. The first player to score a hat-trick in NLD in 47 years. What a game. What a game for him. Listen, guys, I don't know how much more. Look, I think we all predicted what would happen at Newcastle, didn't we? That there would be some sort of physicality involved. They cut the supply to Erling Haaland. I think we also sort of knew that Arsenal would always beat Spurs, but the way they did it. I'm very interested in one thing, though. Was this a statement victory that we needed to confirm Arsenal as the real favourites now, especially coupled with the fact that it was the same weekend that Man City also lost. By the way, a game over. Everton 1, Man United 0. In fact, no, let me say it correctly. Man United 0, Everton 1. Everton played 70 minutes with 10 men, and they still beat Man United at Old Trafford. Play the goal for me, please. Play the goal. Benaya. The score is Man U 0, Everton 1. Who played at home? Man United played at home. Old Trafford. Everton had a man sent off. This is a Ghana game. Key player. Very early in the first half, Man U lost the match at home by 1-0. Sorry. Sijo.
What's your question? What's your question?
Oh, okay. I'll come back to you. Roll. Calma. Calm down. Sijo, sorry. We're talking about Arsenal.
Yeah.
And whether this was the statement victory that they needed to prove to everybody that even without Gabriel, we are the real deal this season.
Well, it was an impressive victory. I'm not too sure if that was the statement victory they needed, considering Spurs have been bad leading it into the game, so we kind of expected that Arsenal were going to win. But as you mentioned, the manner in which they won and the storylines attached to the game, Eberechi Eze, Arsenal Academy reject, almost signed for Spurs and eventually called Arteta and asked if Arsenal were still interested. That's the year we're going to get you, and he chose Arsenal, his boyhood club. And he tweeted that he was going to make it, and yes, he's made it. Also said that he prayed about scoring a hat-trick in the fixture.
Wow.
And God gave him the hat-trick in his post-match interview. He did actually say that. I watched him say. So, I mean, the storylines are beautiful. Then again, it's Arsenal because Arsenal came into the game without their first-choice striker, second-choice striker, third-choice striker. So they had to shift one of their midfielders into playing that false number 9 role. Merino is not new to it, but it still counts for something. That in the Premier League against high quality opposition, as it's supposed to be, when you miss these 3 of your strikers, it's a big deal. Imagine City missing Erling Haaland and his deputy. Imagine, Chelsea going without all of their strikers. Imagine Man United missing all their strikers. Every team, just imagine it. Real Madrid, Bayern missing Harry Kane. It's a big deal. Yeah. But Arsenal, we didn't miss any of those strikers. Again, they lost their captain, Martin Odegaard, who for a very long time has been their most creative spark in their game. He's out there. Nobody misses him.
What do you think will happen when he comes back?
It's a good headache.
Eche?
It's a good headache for the manager to have.
Yeah.
It's a good headache for the manager to have. You've got two brilliant footballers. You're entering the time of the season where the games are coming in thick and fast. Yeah. And I think you can manage their game time well. Madrid returned from his injury as well. The manager will be happy to have him back. Gabriel has been their best centre-back, and he was missing. But it didn't look like they missed them. So Arsenal, for me, are looking like a very, very good team that has got players who can come in, step in and get a job done, even when the so-called big names are missing. Let's not forget, Saka had missed some parts of the season, but Madrid is slotted in brilliantly. And the question was, what if Saka returns? Saka returns, Madrid was out injured. You wonder if Mikel Arteta, the injuries really has... What do you think I'm going to say? if it's been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Because then the headache he was going to have in trying to retain the squad. But they've not been displayed well. But yeah, brilliant performance by Arsenal was immense in the way they dispatched
Look at this guy. He's wearing a Ghana's watch. Why would you, how are you wearing an Arsenal watch?
Why not?
You're a Man U fan. Your whole mood this evening, basa. What impressed you most about the Arsenal?
I'm in a very good mood.
Why?
Why shouldn't I be in a good mood?
Why are you in a good mood?
Why am I in a good mood? Arsenal won 4-1.
Okay, good. Can we move on?
You are asking me, you see? Because I said I'm not sad, you want to move on. What kind of... Are you people... Where is the director? Ask me the question about Arsenal and let me answer.
What impressed you most about this performance?
This is a title-winning performance.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not. The number of players Icho has mentioned who were missing from this game and the performance we watched, you will not know.
Right.
That's how you win championships. This is how you win championships. Hinkapie. You know, my player out.
Hinkapie.
Way back in the days.
From Leverkusen.
Hinkapie.
Your guy.
He did well.
When he came, you know, I was very happy.
Yeah.
But I was, because of how good Gabriel is, I was worried as to how and where he will fit into this team. I didn't know whether Arteta wanted to use my left back or... Look at how he slotted in so quick. The guy is quick, passing, solid guy. Reads it intelligently. See, if you slack and Arteta sends him to left back, another trouble for the Premier League.
That's right.
Look, Havertz is injured. Gyökeres is injured. Gabriel Jesus is injured. Merino was playing false nine. What the Dembele
false nine.
Free roll false nine. This is the first time somebody is scoring a hat-trick in open play in the season. This season.
Yeah. The whole Premier League.
The whole Premier League this season. All those who have scored a hat-trick, they've either scored penalty or something.
Yeah.
First time. And this is supposed to be set-piece FC. You see, let me tell you something about the Premier League this season.
That's right.
The average percentage of goals owed to set pieces in the Premier League. In fact, the highest before this season was 14% of all the goals. This season, the percentage is 18. It's a 4% increase. It's not just Arsenal. Yes. Teams in general are creating chances from set pieces. You understand? So football is going a certain way. And the sooner you open your eyes and you accept it and you also learn, the better for you. Not just learning how to score, but learning how to defend. So when you call Slotto today, tell him that those 10 goals that they are conceding from, say, it won't stop now. It will keep happening if he doesn't learn.
Because every team is practicing set pieces.
Every team is practicing.
And they will use it.
And they will use it. But yesterday, Arsenal didn't need set pieces to score Tottenham. Do you know why? Because Thomas Frank, no, Onyade. I've been telling you this thing.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank.
Yeah,
okay.
but
Spurs, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say something about Spurs. It's shocking because on paper, that means...
I think that another team that deserves something is Madrid. So you go on.
Yeah.
The teams wearing white, no problem.
On paper, they've got some very decent players. I'm not sure why he's not playing Sarr enough. But when you have Rodrigo Bentancur and you've got Paulinho in the middle of the park, Eze shouldn't be scoring the goals he's scoring because Eze is scoring all the goals in the space where you want your DM to be, in a central position. So the game starts, Eze is looking at the position, speaking, nobody's getting close. Like, okay, I'm going to be in the middle of the park. But then again is the question, Eze or Odegaard? What's the difference? And when do you play who? Because Eze likes to be a lot more central than Odegaard. Odegaard likes to drift towards the Saka side. So you don't see him in the positions where Eze picks. But Eze normally would also then stick in and around the D, in and around the box, and So it gives you something different.
Can they play together?
Yes, I think they can play together because there'll be games where they might not necessarily need the pace or the wide play of Trossard and Martinelli, and Eze can easily do that job, and Odegaard can come in. Okay. There are games as well. If you feel like you're going to dominate possession, you can even drop Odegaard a bit deeper. Eze can stick in up on top in number 10 position, and the wingers can do their thing. And then Kai Havertz can. So
I think Arsenal are definitely favourites to win this season.
They are not favourites to win.
Why? Favourite doesn't mean they will win. No, please.
They are not favourites to win.
My words carefully.
They are not favourites to win. The best team in the world plays in the Premier League. They are favourites to win.
Which is?
Chelsea.
Chelsea
you came here and you said it. You came here and you said it today.
Chelsea are FIFA Club World
So did you lie?
I said FIFA World Champions. Chelsea are World Champions. I didn't
You
lie.
said Chelsea were the best team in the world by extension.
Yes, at the time.
It's true.
Why? Did we win the Club
The
World
best team in the world is playing in the Premier League.
Did we win last week? After we won the Club World Cup, we sold some players who were key.
Which players?
Nkunku, he played more than 90% of the games.
He was key.
Have you seen this guy? This guy.
Are you saying that Nkunku did not play a key role in Chelsea's Club World Cup?
No, he
will be doing play. No, then ship rapture.
Nicolas Jackson.
Then he'll be here.
Gone to Bayern Munich.
He wasn't key.
He got one red card.
He wasn't key.
That was key.
Key contribution. I've got guys. Your messages are welcome. 0551575757. Lots of them here. But I want to talk about Real Madrid, and then we'll take a break and come back and talk about Champions League football. Because today we'll dedicate about 20 minutes to Champions League football. So don't worry. Real Madrid took on Elche. They had to fight back to draw 2-2, and this is how that went down.
Started really, really well. Now they're mid-table, but still punching above the weight.
Wonderful backheel for Febas, and it's found a way through. It's a remarkable goal from Elche. Oh, they've been playing scintillating football.
That was the first goal they conceded. Already there are reports that Real Madrid players are not exactly very happy with Alonso and his tactics and all of that. But guys, what is going on there with Real Madrid? Is there a real issue here?
Certainly there is. They had a healthy lead over Barcelona, especially they beat them in the Clásico as well. But now Barcelona, they've caught up with them on the table. Barcelona just a point. Real Madrid, you don't want to be there. And also it's not just necessarily because of the points in which Barcelona have behind them. It's the fact that Real Madrid are not playing well. And to be honest, they've not played well the entire season. Mm-hmm. They've had sparks, they've had individual brilliance, but as a collective, they've not looked great.
Look at that. The player just picked the ball, just ran the entire midfield, and then shoots and scores.
Yeah, but we've all highlighted the lack of balance in this Real Madrid team. Carlo Ancelotti struggled to fix it, and now Alonso has to fix it. And people blame Alonso, and I get it. Alonso wants to be strict about his style and bring that player power and make every player feel like we are one team, you've got to respect the team and all of that. But it's just that the way the team was built. It's just the players, not the quality, but the profile of players available to the coach. And that also matters. And Alonso has tried to do a couple of things. And yesterday in the game, we saw him play the back three system, Carreras, Dean Howson, and Raul Asensio. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Frank Garcia playing wing backs in the middle, Jude Bellingham, Ceballos, Ada Güler, Rodrigo, and then, Kylian Mbappe. When you look at that midfield, Bellingham, Ceballos, Ada Güler, any decent midfield in any top European football
will beat them.
Should be able to have a good dominate them. And when you have Carreras, Dean House, then Raul Asensio, individually they've got some quality, but they've not got any leader at the back to lead them and control them and guide them. Yeah. And Trent Alexander-Arnold as well is not settled into the team. He's had his injury issues. So I think that the squad has got decent quality players, but the balance of it is difficult to find, and that is why Alonso himself is struggling to deal with.
The return to the Spotify Camp Nou was a happy return. 4 goals they put past Athletic Bilbao. Bilbao themselves, but Barca would be very happy with the way the game unfolded. Lewandowski, playing in front of their own fans. This must have been very exciting. They've missed this place.
Yeah, they needed to. Some of these sentimental games, it's very important to put up a performance that would remind the fans and remind opposition why this ground was feared the way it was back in the day. And it was a really, really good performance. Lamine Yamal was brilliant, as always.
They ran with a brace.
Yeah, look, the entire unit just clicked. But to be frank, it was a very good fixture to return to the Camp Nou. Athletic Bilbao. This season.
And also struggling with combining Champions League football and league football. Considering their squad is thin, they have a lean squad and also some key players have had injuries. Naki's injured. Nico hasn't necessarily been fit this season.
And when he's
fit, it's not had the spark. Grisetta, Ola Sanced as well. A couple of
Nico
players.
too, when he flops.
No, those are the kind of players who have to do a lot with the ball to make things happen.
Yeah.
You want to take a lot more risk. And if that risk is not coming off, you look really bad. Yeah.
This looks beautiful, doesn't it? Spotify Camp Nou. The weekends, the game that really make a vex, man, be Bayern Munich against Freiburg. That okay, you've always been talking about the Bundesliga teams, you know. So wait, the guys Freiburg scored 2-0 against Bayern Munich in the first half, only to lose the game by 6 goals to 2.
You've not seen that in the Premier League before.
By halftime, it was 2-2.
Why is it a Bundesliga thing?
The last
It
time.
was a Bundesliga thing.
You've not
I
seen
don't remember the last time
Bundesliga
a team took a 2-0 lead.
It's
and
a
lost 6-2.
Bundesliga thing.
You've not seen it in the Premier League.
Bundesliga
I
average
don't
goals.
remember the last time.
You've not seen it in the Premier League before.
I don't remember the last time.
Fair enough.
I don't remember the last
problem.
time.
You've not
If
seen
you
it-
remember the last
you've
time
not-
Premier League team
you've not seen it
scored
in-
first
you've
two
not seen it in La
goals
Liga
and lost
before.
6-2. Let me know.
You've not seen Barca concede 2 goals and come to
It's
win
not
6-2.
about before. We are saying that Bundesliga teams, they don't defend. Average goals in that league is higher than all the top 5 leagues in Europe. They just score.
No, they attack better.
15 league goals. Me.
Okay. It's okay. A few other things before we go to the Champions League.
Actually, Batshuayi went to Bundesliga as Oshe. Batshuayi, Bundesliga. We don't go score. It's not Bundesliga who went to... let's go.
Calm down. A couple of other things around the globe before we go to the Champions League. Pogba is back. Oh, Chale.
If you cry,
An emotional return for Pogba.
if you cry.
But it was good to see this guy back. Because if he stays fit and he balls till the end of the season, most likely he'll be on the plane
He just needs
to America.
He just needs to stay fit. Forget the balling. He just needs to stay fit. Now, who is in that French team who is better than him? Who? There's some together with we've been praying and fasting. Charlie, I will cry. Paulus.
He wanted to cry.
Charlie.
He was emotional.
Look,
he's
after
reciting the Quran before he gets
his
in.
first touch, he took his first touch, he gives some pass here. Brew and Bolo in the opposition team. He see the pass, he said, nah, Charlie, we can't hug Pogba. He came to hug the guys. Hey, Charlie.
Pogba!
Charlie! You play more. Paulus.
So we're happy to see Pogba back. They lost the game
Salisu.
to Lens.
If it's Salisu, because
My friend, they lost the game.
Salisu.
They lost the game to Lens. But it didn't matter because all the headlines were about Pogba.
It matters.
Seeing back,
They are losing.
Yeah.
Pogba coming back would change everything.
My brother,
To change it.
Okay.
Sicho.
Yeah.
Sue, how many goals left?
We've got like 46 goals more to go.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I see good.
46 goals to 1,000. And this was how he made it over the weekend.
Nah.
Hey.
I
mean,
40-year-old.
Look at this.
Nah.
Look at this.
Look at this. Payang.
This is beautiful.
No, this guy.
You know, Ronaldo posted the goal and said, best caption wins.
Yeah. Now we are into content creation.
We are into content creation. All right, congratulations. So, Cristiano Ronaldo, 46 small goals.
Yeah, only 46.
Wow.
Just 46.
Just 46.
Oh, I mean,
1,000.
it's just.
With video.
Oh, yeah, with videos.
With video.
With video evidence, yes.
With video. Look, we've got a massive Champions League weekend coming. Before we talk about the Champions League, though, bro, the drama happening in the F1. You knew that's where I was going.
Bro.
You knew that's where I was going. The 2 McLarens disqualified after they completed the race and finished second and third. Instead, second and fourth, actually.
Which was good, by the way.
No,
considering the 2 Grand Prix and the 1 sprint to go.
Yes. And unfortunately, they said the skid block it wore more than the 9mm allowed limit. And I think it was obvious because after the race, you could see the McLaren mechanic inspecting all the cars. Like, he looked at this and it's like, because they're looking for force majeure.
Yeah.
Like maybe something happened, all the cars had the problem.
But
All the cars didn't have the problem.
But the good thing is it was for both cars.
Yes.
So imagine if it was only one of those drivers who was disqualified, it would have been almost a sabotage because the 2 of them are in position to win the championship.
But they don't want
a big blow.
to get Max into this position.
Max is in this position now. And you don't want to race against Max who smells the opportunity to be the champion. And he's incredibly quick. And look, Red Bull at the turn of the year have retuned, or after the European series,
faster,
they've retuned that car, and that car is moving a lot faster. Yeah. And Max himself has said that he feels a bit more confident in behind the wheel of that car. So going into the last 2 Grand Prix and 1 sprint that we've got, it could go anywhere. It could really go anywhere.
The gap is 24 points.
Yeah.
If Lando wins in Qatar next week, and Max doesn't get points, he wins the title.
Max will get points by all this.
Well, you could crash out.
But that is where the team must work. I think both McLaren cars are quick. If you've got Lando in first place in a race, and you've got Oscar in behind him, or vice versa,
it's hard to get past them.
One has to keep. One has to keep Verstappen in that 3rd place, or hope that others are. George Russell and Co can help. Again, Mercedes are also being quick. Kimi has been very quick in the last couple of races, and Russell as well. So yeah,
interesting. All right, so it's left with 2 Grand Prix, Qatar and Abu Dhabi. The season ending Abu Dhabi always comes with drama. I want us to go there again so that we see some spectacle, something, but not something akin to that 2021 something. Charlie, bro, I'm still depressed from that season.
Hamilton hasn't been the same since.
No, he's not. Everybody knows it's not been the same.
It's not been the same since.
And even the whole F1 hasn't been the same.
Even in the Ferrari car, he looks like...
Yeah. No, it's not been the same.
Because
Ferrari, look,
Charles keeps getting decent points from that car, not him.
I think even F1 lost a few fans.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
It
was terrible. It's terrible judgment.
Anyway, Champions League, what a big week.
But this guy, why?
I don't know.
Why you
The vexer.
You promised the people who discount you are. That's what you're saying.
No, F1 is what?
You spent 10 minutes.
I'm going to throw you the one you like. Charlie, Italy once again. Davis Cup. Back to back.
We want to talk Champions League.
Chelsea versus Barcelona.
We don't even talk about the Milan derby, but I will let you pass.
This should be an exciting one. Who did the graphic? Esther versus Lamine Yamal.
Who did the graphic?
Chelsea rested key players. Fofana rested. Esther rested. Caicedo rested. And we know that Palmer is back from his domestic injury. We saw him in training today.
But will he play? I don't.
It's possible.
Look, Chelsea don't need Palmer to play to beat Barcelona.
Okay, cool. So, but where do you think this game will be won? This is at Stamford Bridge.
Look,
Lamine versus Kuku.
There's Kuku's pocket is big.
He will fit in.
You know the people who are inside. Kuku. No respect.
Who do you think is winning? How will it be won?
Look, I think Chelsea will win. I think there's a template to beat Barcelona. Barcelona play a certain way. Possess the ball, high line. In fact, he's dropped it a few yards in the last couple of weeks, but it's still high. It's still high.
Relatively.
Chelsea have the players to get in behind. Look, we saw what they did in the Club World Cup. And these are one of those games, they are like one-offs. And you can tell from Chelsea's starting 11,
they've been preparing for this game.
This is the one they are looking forward to.
I'll be surprised
Stamford Bridge.
I'll be surprised if Chelsea are getting in behind Barcelona at the bridge. Also largely because that pitch is not huge
comparatively.
So Barcelona's 9 would have to be crazily high for Chelsea to have that advantage in behind them a lot more. But with the way it's cagey, if Barca can keep the ball in the way we know them to be able to do, and they are individual players who've got the ability on one-on-one. Pedri is back now. Lamine Yamal. That could be the game. But I used to mention Kukurea is, in my opinion, one of the best or the best 1v1 player. So he could be the one cutting out that threat from Lamine Yamal. But it can be exciting.
Trust me.
I think Chelsea won't win.
Okay.
I think Chelsea won't win.
You think Chelsea won't win?
Yeah.
Nobody has you. Look, Kuku has been waiting for this day for a very long time.
To pocket his teammate.
Oh, because they play in the same Spain, he doesn't get to. But I'm telling you, training.
Guys, let me take a couple of messages. Cecil from Kumasi says, it's sad how, okay, no, this one says, it's sad how we handle the affairs of football in this country. The saddest truth is that the GFA and Ghanaians are the biggest fans of EPL. Interesting. Cecil from Kumasi says, I'm a first timer here. This is your time, dear. You guys have to add more. I would like to ask the handsome guy on your left in the middle what he thinks Madrid's problem is. I think they've answered that question.
Handsome guy.
Whether it's Madrid not having a proper number 9 or Xavi Alonso not having a fixed starting 11. I think Sicho answered that question brilliantly. This one said, Maresca should race Palmer tomorrow. I want to see something. That Barcelona highline will surrender. With Caicedo in the middle tackling and intercepting any weapon fashioned against Chelsea, we are okay to go.
Quick.
If Cucurella doesn't pocket that 18-year-old boy tomorrow, I'll hand him over to our enemies.
There's no if.
Interesting. Fento, does the GFA subject our clubs to yearly licensing, ensuring strict adherence to demonstration of financial strength and yearly financial reports thereof regarding the club's obligation to its salaries and related payments? We are playing football, but the rest run football. Yeah, they do have club licensing, and they go through all these
But the
things,
president said that he has documents on his table about the club that implicates them, but he has chosen not to use it. He said it. He's not the one who says it.
Anayok Thomas from La says, good evening, team. I can't wait to watch tomorrow's game, Chelsea versus Barcelona. Fantastic sports show. I don't miss this show ever. All right. Apart from how she says, good evening to you, Fent, and the team. Slot rearranged is lost, but his press conferences are fire, though. Okay. As we will vote him for president, can't wait for that Chelsea versus Barca game. Fans of the teams are disturbing us on social media. Hey. Ramsey Damani says, I watched Jaden Adai for Como this evening. A man was balling. If there's any chance to get him onto the team, let's do it ASAP because the Netherlands still got tabs on him. As for Amuzu beaters, we still go take win matches for the bedroom. Interesting. This one says, Justice from Stamford in Cape Town says, Mareka should race Palmer tomorrow. Okay, I think I read that. This one says, I said it some time ago. Sicho, don't shift. No new friends. Pilolo, formerly is Sinyane, now Bordeaux. He's talking about your stance on slot. Don't shift your stance on slot.
I shift my stance on slot. Football is fluid.
The slot.
Yeah, no, I'll shift my stance.
Okay.
What's the point? If he's flopping, he's flopping. I'll say it. If he's doing what I don't do football that way. I'll shift when I have to.
Sheriff in Tema, Community 2 says, you can't use club team to win the Premier League without giving him his credit. Okay, interesting. Anyway, that's our show this evening. Thank you so much. Enjoy all the Champions League football on Tuesday and Wednesday. My name is Fento Tahiru Fento. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, Sicho. Thank you, Daniel. We're back again next Monday. Until then, you take care of yourself.